Hi everyone, it's Georgia and welcome to Mama's Soul Food. I wanted to invite you into my special sacred space in my home, which is my Reiki and coaching room. One of the tapestries behind me kind of indicates that this space is, even with you even just being here in video, this is a space that is meant to nurture your soul. And that's the bottom line, that inner life, that inner you. Because I believe in what many religions have said, that we are spiritual people living in a physical body. So the challenge is how to maximize that inner life, how to get the most from it so you can have a happier life. Because the physical life is awesome. It's beautiful, filled with so many beautiful gifts. And it's also very challenging. So my hope is just to do a better job with the life that I have as a human being. My own happiness factor and as a contributor to humanity. So that's what I'm about. Anyways, I have been thinking about the heart a lot because I heard an amazing video, which I will reference below. And a lot of my videos are talking about harnessing the power of the mind, of course, because your mind creates your reality. And I'm learning how to do this more and more as I grow. But I'm also realizing the power of the heart. And we talk about that and we think it's kind of just this emotional thing. And yet in the video that I share, it talks about the true physiological range of the heart. Not just in its pumping of blood, but the uniqueness that it holds in our entire being. One of the things that I learned in one of the studies that was references is the true magnetic resonance of the heart. Okay, our mind doesn't even go out, and the individual said in the study that the resonance, the meaning, what is resonance? The frequency, the energy of the heart goes out 8 feet, maybe more. So what you hold in your heart is not only in your experience field, but it's touching the lives of others. Think about that. Think about if we are holding things in our heart that are wounds and anger. Not that those things don't need to be processed, felt, experienced, and released, but they are a part of us. So if we don't attend to them, it's held there, especially wounds that may be emotional in nature. People ask me all the time, why am I always talking about healing? Because it's those little wounds that hold the energy and resonance in our heart, and affect the quality of our daily lives. So whether those wounds, maybe it was a trauma from the past that was physical, emotional, sexual, what have you. That is the value of just always going inward, spending time with yourself, and allowing them the route of healing and exodus. Because we want our hearts to be full and free. For me, the experience of the heart is where my meaning is. Yes, I enjoy achievement. Yes, I enjoy money. Yes, I enjoy being proud of something that I've done. All of those things are things that make me generally pleased with myself, okay, if I look back on my life. But my heart weighs more than all of that, I'm finding out. meaning it is the experiences in my heart that are my measure of a good life. Sounds hokey, but it's true. And now we have this science that proves physiologically there's a reason for all of that. So let's amp up our heart energy. I think the last time I shared, I got a cat who has totally opened up my heart energy, exploring all kinds of ways to do that. But I'm going to read a poem, which no doubt will have some heart energy in it, because these are all poems that I wrote or were written for me when I was a teenager. Well, this is a poem about what happens when we block the heart. And I wrote this in 1981. So I was 19. This is called Notes on Non-Committance. All right. I'll step out of your life so you can step out of mine. Who's to say whether it would have been worth the effort? Still, before anything even starts, I'll slip away. And friends, they say, are better to have in the long run. There's too much pain in caring, feeling, and holding. Patterned avoidance and little speaking will cause that distance which so many, even you, feel is best in this game of life we play. Slowly blocking thoughts to accept reality will help to forget. And slipping away starts to become a natural way of being. It's a shame, you see, that I can perfectly play such games so early in my life, games which are hazardous to the emotional health of all. I wonder, has anyone told the Surgeon General yet? Yeah. Wait a minute, I was 19. And I remember at that time I was having a big love for somebody that didn't reciprocate the love. And that's okay. Everything has a reason. But I also knew that there was a love, that we shared, and they couldn't do that at that time. And I just find it funny, that these same thoughts at age 62 are the same, how we just sometimes choose to turn down the heart, to turn it away, to shut it down. And we all have our reasons for doing that. Trust me, over the last few years, I had to kind of shut down my heart for a bit and go within. But the thing is, I didn't shut it down. I just allowed it to move inward. Because I always knew that my heart, even based on this poem, my heart had value. I just needed to keep it to myself for a bit. So once again, we ebb and flow with the opening of our hearts. And yet I know with every experience, I learn and value, even in experiences of loss. Sometimes we do have to shut things down, and sometimes we have to open them up, right? So those are my little thoughts today, I read some of my Abraham and Exeter Hicks cards. If If you're interested in a Reiki reading, I just dropped all the cards. Not all of them. But just in the spirit of let's have a little fun, I'm just going to grab one and read it. This is just so simple. When I appreciate, I feel so very good. When I appreciate, I feel so very good. Appreciation is the secret to life. Become a person who appreciates, and you will thrive. You will fulfill your reason for being. Have you ever heard that before? That appreciation might be your reason for being. I met somebody a few years ago, and I was at a very dark time. I was homeless at the time, and I was trying really hard to stay in appreciation, in gratitude, even for the fact that I had more than many homeless people have at that time. And I met a woman who said to me, I was trying really hard, and she said, Georgia, sometimes I just praise God. Because why else were we born? And in that moment, I realized what she was saying was, my being homeless or my being struggling or whatever problems I was having, that the judgment I was putting on that on myself, it was irrelevant. She was just saying, you were born to praise the universe, to appreciate. And the energy of that is so powerful that I can honestly tell you that when I started to do that more intentionally, it's like the law of attraction. The positivity flowed into me. And slowly I became stronger and more confident and more positive, which rippled out into my life. When I appreciate, it feels so very good. I appreciate you. I don't know if I've told you that lately, but I appreciate you. And I might not even know you. It's awesome that even as we learn how to open our hearts up after losses and things we don't understand or griefs, we appreciate the power of the heart. We appreciate the willingness and the ability to bounce back into the heart. So I appreciate you. I appreciate the work that you're doing to bounce back into your heart, even when there are reasons not to, because that's where you are. Anyways, I appreciate you again. Have a good day.